Well, good morning, everyone, team. Welcome back to the sessions. So let me start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly team. So last 2 days, we had the demo on this Oracle Fusion HCM cloud applications team. And as part of the first two sessions, so to have a quick walkthrough of all the things that we have discussed with team. So in our very first demo session, we were talking about introduction to the ERP, then the Fusion applications evaluation overview, right team? Then we spoke about on-premise versus cloud deployment options we have. Then I explained you, keeping freshers in mind, what are the types of companies that will be involved in this particular technology. Then we have discussed Fusion environment releases team, like when Oracle launched this product in the market. Since then, what is the evaluation that application have gone basically? That we have seen team. And then we spoke about uh, 1 second team, someone using this annotation. Let me remove it. Yeah, thank you. And then we spoke about what are the modules that we have in this Fusion application team. Sindhu, can you please check your mic? Team, am I audible to everyone or is there any issue in my voice? Can anyone please unmute and confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
His
it's
voice is
audible.
audible.
Yes, Kumar,
Yeah.
you're audible.
Very much audible.
Thank you. Thank you very much, team. Sindhu, please check your mic connection. There will be a mic option there. Just try to unmute and mute again so that you can be connected to the Zoom class. Right, team. Then, and one request, team, please don't use this annotation because whatever that you are using, it's being printed on the screen here. So please don't use that annotation here. Then we spoke about the concept of, what are the modules that we have in the Fusion applications I discussed with your team. And in yesterday's session, I have talked about Oracle Knowledge Repository, like where we can find the standard Oracle documentation if you want to go and study any Oracle delivered materials. Then I also explained you Oracle certification process team, like if anyone want to apply for the certification, how the certification process in the Fusion application is there. That we have seen in yesterday's session team. And also in yesterday's session, I have introduced to you the application, like when a customer buy the application, how the application will be delivered to the customer. As I told you, it is in a cloud-based model, how the application will be delivered and what are the different names that we will call our application as. Basically, I told you, right? We will call it as instance, server, environment, application, URL, link, pod, different names we will be calling that particular application as. That I told you. And I also logged in into the system and I have navigated through all the different screens, like the main home page, how it looks like when we sign into the system. What is the main home screen features, like what do you mean by springboard area, navigator area, home button and whatever the basic home screen features that we have, where we can find the notifications, the bell icon, that all we have seen team. So by yesterday, the initial part of understanding the application, what is this technology is about, then what are the modules we have in this course, what we are covering as part of this program, what is the fee and what are the benefits that you people going to get from this particular course. Everyone by this time understood team. So whoever joined directly today, 1 or 2 people, I believe, directly joining the third session today. So please do watch the previous sessions team so that you will be in sync with today's topic that what we are starting with. So today I'm going to start with our regular sessions team. So the very first topic that we will be starting in our training program will be security administration in the Fusion application team. So as part of our plan, first we will be talking the functional modules and then we will be taking up the security part, technical part team. But any project you go, let's say you hire in some company Okay, you got mapped with some project. As a team, you've been there to implement that project team. Whenever we go for a project, the very first fundamental understanding every consultant who working on this technology should be knowing is about security administration in the application team. So before you start core HR, before you start absence, payroll, talent, any module configuration or any technical things configuration in the system, the very first fundamental topic that everyone should know will be this security administration in the Fusion application team. What is the security administration, Kumar? What we will learn in this concept of security administration? Here in security administration team, we will be talking about two aspects. One is user account management. One is user account management, and the other one is team role management in the Fusion application. These two concepts will be coming in the security administration module or security administration work area team. These are the two concepts that will come in this particular concept of security. Why it is required, Kumar? Why we should know the concept of security? Because if you see team, I'm logging when I'm trying to access the application, when I copy paste my application URL into any of my browser, it prompting me for sign in. So there is some user ID and password here I'm putting in, and I'm clicking on sign in. Then I could able to log in into the system, right team? So if anyone have to access the Fusion application team, the user account is needed for that person. The user account and password is required team. So let's suppose team, we let's suppose we working in Infosys. Let's suppose we are working in Infosys, or let's say we are working in Deloitte, any company you take team. So we are working in Infosys, and our client is, let's say, uh, you take Tata Group team, you take Tata Group. So let's suppose we are working in Infosys as HCM consultants team. As HCM consultants on this technology, we are working. Okay, in Infosys. Let's say team, Tata Group bought these applications from Oracle. Now Tata given project to Infosys, to our company team. So our company deployed us to that particular project, let's say. So we as a team of 10 members deployed for that project team, considering functional, technical resources, all people, we as a team, 10 members, let's say, deployed for that Tata client project team. Okay. Now we got deployed for that project. Let's say we have to start that project for the Tata Group. Now Tata Group given the access to the application team. So when we have to log in, our teammates, okay, entire our implement, we will call as implementation partner team, okay, or we will be called as implementation team, because we are the implementers. We are the implementers. We are going to configure the system for Tata according to their requirement. Correct? That picture everyone understood, no? Tata is the client or the customer company who bought the license from Oracle. Now Tata given the project to Infosys to implement the system according to their requirement. So we are working in Infosys. Let's say we as a team of 10 members, the implementation team, map to this Tata Group or Tata client project team. Now, all of us or all of our team members should able to access the application, because my client licensed with these things team. Like as per our project agreement also, our Tata client is telling core HR, absence, payroll, talent, compensation, these modules we are going to implement in the system. And these are also to be configured in the system. This is our work or the project scope for whom we have to configure team. So in order to configure the system, we should require access to the application, right team? Our all 10 members team, the implementation team, we all should require access to the client application, right? Then how the access will be coming team? How the user accounts will be created to us? Basically team, in projects, how it will happen is, what client will do, Tata Group, there will be IT team in that. Okay. So basically all IT applications, software applications will be handled in the client side IT team. So these IT head or IT team people, what they will do, they will create one user for our team and they will give that user to us. Okay. Some user team to our project manager team. One user they will give. So when they creating the user account team, they will provide entire access to the application and they will give. So we have to log in with that super user team. Super user means with complete access to the application. How the access in the Fusion application working, I will talk here in next 15 minutes team. So what the client will do, client will create one user account and they will give to our team, to our project manager. Then we, by using that account for all of our team members, we have to create the accounts team. Or in some cases, the client side IT team only, the whoever the concerned person in the IT team, they will only create the user accounts for all of us and they will provide team. But whatever might be understanding between we and the client, as an implementation consultant, we should know how in the Fusion application the user accounts will be created. It might be for our team, the implementation team, or it might be employees. Let's suppose team, we configured all the modules, everything in the system, and we hand over the application to the client, to the Tata group. Now, our client Tata using the application in their day-to-day life. So in core HR module team, the entire employee management will happen. The recruitment of the employee, the hiring of the employees, everything will happen team. So when the employees are being hired in the organization, for employees also the user accounts to be created, right? Because every employee should access to the portal, the access to the application, because they have to apply their leaves, they have to check their pay slips, they have to access their personal information. Every employee in the organization of our client, they have to access the Fusion application team, right? So we should know first of all in Fusion application how the user accounts will be created. It might be for the implementation team for us, or it might be for the employees in the client organization team. That is what we are going to see in user account management. So in the security administration concept team, how in the Fusion application, the security built, we are going to talk about that. In that, user account management is one part. Once the user account created, what access to be given to the employee? See team, I am logging in with my user. This is my training ID basically. Entire access with all modules I have team. Okay. Let's say when I sign in into the application team, I could able to see different functionalities coming up. Now my screen is getting loaded. I will be entering into the application team, right? So now what happened here when I came to this screen, I could able to see several functional areas here, right? See many things I could able to see. When a user login into the system, when an employee or a user login into the system with his credentials, what functionalities access to be given to that user, that will be decided from this concept team rules. Because in the entire Fusion application, the security is working on a concept called role-based access control. I will talk about this one in next 15 minutes team. First, let me complete user account creation. Then I will come to this part. If anyone from e-business suite background joining the session, in EBS, you people used to have the concept of responsibilities, but replacing that concept, Oracle came up with something called roles as part of security is concerned. So we will talk about this team. So now I want to let you know how the user accounts in the Fusion application will be created team. How the user accounts in the Fusion applications will be created. Okay. Now within this also team, there are two ways how in the Fusion application user accounts for the employees will be created team. One is automatically or automatic way of user account creation, or you can call it as automatic generation generation by system. Okay. There are two ways how you can define the user accounts in the system. One is automatic generation by system. Other one is manual way of creation. Another option is manual way of creation. So these are the two ways how we have in the Fusion application the user account creation handles team. Automatic generation by the system, and the other one is team manual way of creation team. What is this, Kumar? See, by default, Oracle given a feature team like automatically system itself will generate. What do you mean by that one? See, I'm talking about employees team. Now we hand over the system to our client Tata Group. Now they started using this for their HR operations team, day-to-day activities. So basically in core HR module, the employee hiring will happen. So I will show you the screen team basically. So my client groups, here there is some functional area. If you want to hire an employee in the system, we should come to my client group. Then we should come to new person. Okay. We should come to new person. Then here we have team, hire an employee. So this is the end user task. End user means who using the application, the client side HR department, who will be using the application team. So when they're hiring the employee team, all the details they will provide. Once they complete this hiring task, once the employee record created in the system, automatically system will generate the user account. As a HR admin, HR person, no need to manually create the user account for any employee they are hiring in the system team. Whenever a HR hiring the employee in the system, once the hiring task completed, system automatically generates the user account for the employee. And when we hiring the employee team, in the second tab, in the person information tab, we will capture the employee email ID, work email ID. As soon as we complete the hiring transaction, click on submit button by giving all the details, submitting. System will create the user account for that employee, and to his email ID, system will send the email notification also. Welcome, your application's account got created. Click on the link to reset the password. That is automatically generating by system. We no need to manually do anything for user account creation for employees. Employees, the client employees, when they're hiring them in the system. Okay, here team, there is a limitation basically. Limitation means sometimes due to some data issues or due to some server level issues, user account creations might be failed. Means whenever you hiring the employee, user account for that employee system might not generate. There are reasons for that team. When they will fail, I will tell when we come to the user category concept team due to any data level issues. Because in the system, you can set up team. What should be the username format to be taken for the employees? Whether it should be their email or their employee number, like that. Let's suppose team, in the system, our client asked that, Kumar, every user account for the employees, their user ID should be their email. Means now I logged into the system. My user ID is what team? HCM underscore IMPL10. User name, user ID. Let's say your client asked to develop something like in their application, every employee's user ID will be the employee's email. Let's say HR, while hiring the employee team, have not captured the email. So what happens? The user account will not create. These are the data level issues will be there. So at that time, user account system cannot automatically create. So as a HR admin, once hiring the employee, HR have to manually go and create the user account. In employee's case also, there will be a situations where the HR people have to manually create the user account. If not employees team, come to our team. We are 10 members, implementation team working for our client Tata Group for their application team. We are not employees of Tata. We are employees of Infosys. We are third party or external employees working on this project. So our 10 members will not be hired in the system as an employees team because we are not employees of client organization. We will not be hired as employees. Then for our team, how the user accounts will be created? We all of us required user account, right? Because every day we have to access the application and we have to start configuring the system, all the modules. Then for our implementation team, how the user accounts will be created, that will also be done manually. So now in today's session team, I want to show you how to create the user accounts manually in the application team. Automatic, how it will generate when we discussing our core HR module, when we hiring the employee, you will understand this one. But today, our main focus should be how in the Fusion application, we can create the user accounts manually team. So when we go for an implementation, this is the very first activity that we will do. As soon as client given access to one user account for all of us, the super user account with all access team, we will use that account, we will log in with that account. For rest of all the team members, we will create the user accounts team. Either you might do that one, your project manager might do, your team lead might do. It's all about the group who is taking that activity. But you should know how the user accounts to be created. How team? In the entire Fusion application, the security concept will be handled in a one single area called security console. In the entire Fusion application, the entire security administration concept will be handled in one single place called security console. Where you can find the security console option, Kumar? Once we log in into the system, come towards the right team. All these are functional areas I told you yesterday. Come towards the right. Okay. Come towards the right. Here, team, we have something called tools, right? Go to tools. Under tools functional area, we have a sub-functional area called security console team. Okay. Go to security console. This is what I'm talking about. Security console, right? Come to security console team, click on OK. And here you will land upon this particular page. So the very first section you were seeing is roles. Then we have users. Come to this one team, users. And here you can able to access the user accounts in the system. So as an admin, okay, as a HR person or as an implementation admin, you can able to access the user account area here team. If you want to check who are all the employees having their user accounts, everything, you can search from here. That I will come in next 2 minutes. Now I want to create the new user account in the system. How I can do? Once after coming to this users area team, here you have something called add user account, right? Go to add user account button here team, right? Come to add user account, then you will land upon this page. So here team, when you creating the user account, system will ask you associated person information. What is this team? Associated person type. We have none and we have worker. See, I told you, right team? Two types of people will be there. One will be our client employees who they will be hiring in the system. Other will be the implementation team. Means we are not the employees in the client organization, but we require just user accounts to access the application to perform the implementation of modules. We require only user accounts, no worker record associated to us, no employee association with the company team. So here we have to choose person type. Whether you are creating just a user account in the system for any person or you are creating the user account for the employees in the organization, C team. If you select a worker, it means you are going to create the user account for the employee. Means already employee hired in the core HR module, but due to some data level issues or data discrepancy, system have not created the user account to that employee. So as an admin, you have to manually create. Then choose worker team. The moment you choose worker, one more field will open. See, when I choose worker, worker name and a magnifier came, search magnifier. If I click on that team, What it is asking me? Search workers. So if I search with some name John, it's a demo instance team, training environment, data is available. So I can see the employees coming up. Who are these, Kumar? Currently in this application, in core HR module, whoever hired as an employees, but user accounts were not created to them. So HR admin can access all of these people team. So if a HR want to create the user account, okay, manually for their employees, they have to keep person type as worker, and here they can search that worker team who they have hired. They can select, okay, and they can click on OK. So the details, everything filled up automatically see, because this person already existing in the system. They were hired in the system already. If you are creating the user account for the employees of the client organization team, choose worker, then search that employee, create the user account. If not that team, we are not creating the account for worker. We are creating user accounts for our team, for our implementation team, for all of our 10 members. We want our user accounts, just user account. We were not hired in the system. Then team, keep the person type as none. So we can proceed configuring the data team. Then when you creating a user account, one thing is very important. Please make sure account as active. If you are not checking box this one, creating the user account is useless. Though you create user account, it will not work. Authentication failed message will come when a user trying to log in with that credentials. Keep it active team. When user account will become inactive, Kumar, or when the user account will lock it, next 10 minutes I will come to them. Once I create the user account, I will talk about these things. Then these are advanced settings team, like enabling single sign-on. If you people working in any corporate world, you know what is SSO. Because in a companies, our clients or our companies will use multiple applications team. So for all applications, they want to commonly maintain the user IDs and password, then single sign-on. It's an additional concept where technical people will handle on. A separate team will be their team, the cloud engineering team like that. They will do this one. So it's not our cup of soup. Please leave it. So come to user information team here. Then user category, I will tell this one team. By default, we have this one, the default category. What is this? You will understand once we complete the user account team. Then give the details. Let's say I'm giving first name as TrioTech, last name as Kumar, or let's say Varma. Okay, TrioTech Varma, I'm giving team. First name TrioTech Varma. Now please observe. I will just to go to the next field, email button. Okay. See, the moment I came to email, what happened to the username team? Some combination system taken up. What combination it taken team? First name dot last name. See, Triotech dot Verma. Who told the system that username format should be taken? I have not given manually, right? The moment I passed first name and last name of that worker or any user, automatically system taken up team. The combination first name dot last name, that is coming from this category level team. We can set up in the system our client required username format. They want username to be first name dot last name. They want the employees email IDs to be their username. They can choose whatever they want. That I will talk to you. In the category level, we can define that rules in the user account generation. But before that, basic understanding how the user accounts will be created, one should know. So username taken up team. Then password. I'm giving some password. Okay. Then confirm the password team. Yes, enter it 1, 2, 3. So I'm also giving email team, some email, kumar.oracle18@gmail.com. So when we are creating, you can even give that user email also team. So I'm giving that employees, workers Gmail account or whatever the account, email account is. I'm giving team. So till here, user account part, okay. Sufficient. The username taken up, password, what we are giving, email, everything taken up. Then what else? Creating just a user account, will it be sufficient for the user to log in into the system? Okay, that is sufficient. But once he log in, what he will see in the system, what access he will get in the system, to which functionalities he will get accessible in the system. Now we have to talk about role management. See, when we creating the user account team, after providing the user information, the second section is what? Roles. What system is asking? Please provide the roles or add the roles to the employee. What is adding the roles this to them to the account, Kumar? In Fusion application team, in Oracle Fusion applications, the entire security is working on a concept called RBAC. We have a concept called RBAC. RBAC stands for what? Roles based access control. What is RBAC team? Roles based access control. In the entire Fusion application, the security, the access is working on a concept called roles based access control. It means whatever the modules that I listed out in the application team, whatever the functional areas I listed out in the application team, I want this copy. Let me keep it in this page. Okay. Whatever the modules that we discuss it in, for every module, Oracle standardly delivers certain roles in the system team. Okay. In the Fusion application, the entire security is working on a concept called RBAC. So in order to access, now as a user, once I log in team, I want to access to all the functionalities, setups, configurations, transactions in core HR or in absence module or in payroll. For every module to access them or every functional area to access them, Oracle standardly provide certain roles in the application team. Some of them I will list out team. So in order to access our core HR module in the application team, the user should be assigned with a roles called a human resource manager. I'm listing out team, some of the roles. I will give you a detailed list after the session. Human resource specialist, human resource analyst. So these are the roles Oracle given team in order to access core HR, absence, and talent modules. For these three modules, if you want to access all the functionalities related to them, these roles are required team. Then for payroll management, for payroll module, if you want to access, we have a roles called payroll administrator and we have something called payroll manager. These are the roles we have team. Then compensation, if you take, then we require compensation administrator. Okay. Then compensation manager. The roles like this we have. Then benefits you take. Then we have benefits administrator, benefits manager, like that. If you take OLC, Oracle Learning Cloud, you have something like learning specialist, learner. Okay. Like the roles we have team. If you take ORC, then we have recruiting manager, recruiting specialist. Like that, we have roles for that team. Okay, even for these functional areas also, for everything in the system, Oracle standardly delivered the seeded roles in the application team. So if now I'm creating a user account team, what is the user name? TrioTech dot Verma. The person is Verma TrioTech. The first name is TrioTech Verma. Now I'm creating this user account. Now, if this person to be accessing these modules, these functionalities in the system, these roles we have to assign to that user account. That is what the concept of roles-based access control. By default, whenever customer buy the license from Oracle team, Oracle standardly delivers all the roles for all the modules that our client licensed with. So whatever the access that we have to be given to that user, we have to assign that respective roles to that user account team. How to access that, how to add that roles team? See, whenever we creating the user account only, we have the role section available. we have something called add role, right? Click on add role, and here team, you can search. Within roles team, we have different types of roles. I will talk about them later. So I have some basic role called employee that I want to assign team. Employee means team, that's a very basic fundamental role. Means if a person log into the system, at least he should able to access his own personal information team, his details like that. So this is the basic role I'm assigning. And one more thing I want to tell you. When you guys are practicing also, sorry, when you people are practicing also team, you will be uh, getting this kind of confusion. Kumar, we started practicing the security concept. Let's say today, if we give the access to you, tomorrow or anytime if you practice, when we creating the user account, Kumar, when we trying to add the role, now also see, when you are trying to add the basic employee role to the user, two roles came. What is this? Employee, employee. Which one I have to assign? Please take the role with the code starting with Aura. This is the role name team, and this is the role code. Aura per employee abstract. Aura means Oracle. That is the standard Oracle delivered role. Then what is this, Kumar? Per employee. Someone like you and me, when they're practicing, they have duplicated the role. Because team, within the rules, okay, we have the provision. Whatever the Oracle delivered standard rules are there, we can duplicate them, we can customize, and we can create our custom rules. That I will take up in a detailed topic when we reach out to the role management team. But don't take whatever here available. Take the role which is starting with Aura. That is Oracle delivered standard one. Click on add role membership team. Now see, the role got assigned to that user. The role got assigned to that user. Now what I will do team, just I will complete the user account creation. I will try to log in with this user and let me see what access this Verma is getting in the system. Only one role I added, that is basic employee role to my user account. Once it is done team, click on save and close. Click on save and close. The user account in the system will be created. This is how the manual way of creating the user account by the admins will be done team. This is how the manual way of creating the user accounts by the admin will be done. If you want to verify whether that user account created successfully or not, in the users area only team, in the user account area, here you can search team. Let's say I'm searching with TrioTech and give a search. See, the account came triotech.verma and email see kumar.oracle. When you create a user in the system, even this person will receive the email also team by the application. If you want, I will show you. Just 1 second team. I'm stopping the screen share because I want to log in with my credentials. Yeah. Now I came back to my Gmail. See, now I logged in with my kumar.oracle18. This with Gmail account team. This is my account. If you can see here, huh? This is my login. See, kumar.oracle18. I got one mail. See, from where I got team, there is something etaq.fa and some message I received. What is this? Oracle Fusion Applications welcome email. At what time? Now at 7:42 a.m. Click on that. See, I told you, right, team? When in the system, the user accounts created, it might be automatically when you hiring the employee, if system created the account automatically, or even when you create manually the user account team to the concerned person's user's email, system will send the notification team. See, welcome email. Dear TrioTech Verma, congratulations, your application account has been successfully created. Please follow the below link to reset the password. So we are giving provision to the user to reset the password. Whatever the admin given password, if they don't want to use, they can manually reset the password from here team. They can click on this, it will redirect to the page for resetting the password. So this is how team, the manual way of user account creation. Now, okay, I created the user account team. Let me try to log in into this account. Let me go to incognito. Okay. We'll take this person team, TrioTech Verma. Now the same application team, ETAQ, our environment I'm taking this one. Okay. In another browser team, I'm trying to see how that account created, how the access will be coming. Now we are logging in with this user team, TrioTech.Varma. So I'm giving the password that what I have given while I'm creating the account team. Now click on sign in. Click on sign in. Now see team, this person, TrioTech Varma, could able to log in into the system. He got access. His account got created. See, click on home. See, good morning, TrioTech. He got access team. And see the observation team. When I log in with my user account team, HCM underscore IMPL10, whatever the account I'm using as part of our training currently, how many functionalities access I have. When I log in with my user, how many functionalities I have access to, my client groups, help desk, product management, many things, right? If I click on the navigator here team on the left hand side, if you see how many functional areas I could able to access, see many things. Even in the right side taskbar, if I come, many things I could able to see. But let's check out from Varma account. How many are there? Only 4. Even see the navigator, that 4 you can see. Only 4 or 5. Even if you come to the right side taskbar, only minimal access. See? Why, Kumar? That's what the security in the Fusion application built. Roles-based access control means that one only. When we create the user TrioTech Varma, only one role, the basic role I assigned, employee role. With that role, what functionalities that he will be getting, that he is getting in the system. Now, Kumar, I want to give more access to this person because this person, this user is from implementation team. They require all these modules access also because they have to start working on all these configurations, let's say. Anything, if you want to give access team, go to that person again team. As an admin, I'm going to again tools, okay, tools, security console, then I will go to users team. Then I will search with that user account, the person whom we created, TrioTech team. Then click on this display name. You will be entering into edit user account page. Click on user account details page. You will land up on team. So here you can find team. As an admin, for any user account from the backend, if you want to check, like what is his username, first name, last name, email ID, what are the roles assigned. And here you observe team, account information, password expiration date triggered with December 2nd, 2023. Today is September 2nd. Today I created the account. Who told exactly 90 days from today the password should expire? Today is September, October, November, December. Okay. Who told in the system exactly 90 days from today password should expire for this employee account or user account team? There is a provision team. These all rules we can define in the system as per our client requirement. The username format, which one should be taken, password when it should expire. From this category, whatever is there, we could able to configure all that. That probably we can take in next session on Monday team. But just keep in mind from where all these are. I'm just questioning or I'm giving you all the questions team. These all will be answered eventually in our coming topics. Okay. So once you come to user account details tab team, click on edit button here. Further, if I have to add more rules, click on edit button. Not only that one team, any username corrections I want to do, first name, last name, email, anything that for related to the employee I want to correct, I can edit and I can do the correction from here team. Then come to roles, add role, then add further more roles team. I want to give access to core HR, absence and talent modules. Then add that roles, search with human resource manager. See, 2 more duplications are there. Please ignore whatever the role starting with ORA, choose that one. Human resource manager, I'm adding team. Then what you want? I also want human resource specialist role also to be given to the employee. Then that role also I'm adding team. Like this, whatever the roles you added to the employee, that all modules or the screens in the front end, the employee will have access team. Payroll administrator. From where these are coming, Kumar, when you are searching? They are delivered in the system team, okay, for all modules. Then compensation administrator, I want, sorry, compensation administrator I want. Then let me add that one. Then let's say learning specialist, even OLC module also I want to give access team. Then learning specialist, see, all module related roles you can able to search, right? And team, I want to tell you one more thing. So when I logged in team, some administration related accesses are coming up to me when with my user. I could able to see setup and maintenance. So this is something very important team going forward from Monday when we starting with our any modules, core HR or anything. Every day we will be going to the setup and maintenance task team. This is our FSM task or administrative related setup task team. Every module setup we are going to find from here only going forward. So if the user to be given the access to these things for setup and maintenance, everything, there are some admin roles also. Along with these module related roles, there are roles like application implementation consultant. Okay. Then there are roles like application implementation manager, then application implementation administrator. So these are the roles required in order to access, okay, in order to access that setup and maintenance work area team, like all the admin related tasks. In the right side, if you see, if you want to give access to these things to the user team, then these administrative related tasks required. Then now as a login HCM underscore IMPL 10 under tools, I used to see security console. But Varma login, if you see team under tools, security console is not there. Why? For security console also, there is one role to be given team. If you want to access security console in the system, there is a role called IT security manager role. If this role assigned to the user, then only he or she could able to see security console under tools. So everything, every functionality in the Fusion application team is given with a specific role. So if you want to give access to any user that particular application access team, okay, you have to assign that respective roles to that user. So here is the place team. When we creating the user account or after creating the user account, you can come to add role and you can give that access team. Let's say I'm giving application implementation consultant. See, Aura one, please use. Select that one. Okay. Then IT security manager also I want to give to this employee Verma. See, IT security manager role. So every role you can find here in the add role membership team. So now team, these many roles for different modules, for different administrative tasks, and even for security console, I have added to the employee Verma account team. Click on save and close team. Click on save and close team. Now try to log in with this person account and check it out team. And check it out team. What access this person is going to get in the system. Now let me sign out from this account. Only now 4 areas you could able to see. 4 functional areas thing. Now see team. I'm trying to log in with that person again. Okay. Test at the rate 123. I'm working in another window because to show you team. So now I'm logging in with TrioTech.Verma, the new account which we created. Now see how much access got improvised. Earlier, only 4 functional areas you could able to see. Now see team, my client groups added, goals, absences, performance, payroll, all the things came, help desk, then what not? All the things team. And if I go to tools, under tools now I could able to see security console also. Earlier it was not available. If I come to the right side team, even the administration task I could able to see. Why? Because I have added the application implementation consultant role also to my employee, Verma. See, everything you could able to see. Did you observe the difference, team? How the access got improvised to this person? This is how in the Fusion application team, the security was built, or security Oracle offering team on a concept called, sorry team, okay, on a concept called roles based access control. So creating the user account will not suffice our requirement team. Whenever the user accounts getting created, it might be automatically system generating or manually you are creating the user account team. It might be for employees or just for implementation team user accounts. If you are creating team, we have to map the respective roles to that account team. Then only the access in the application for different functional areas they will able to receive team. Now within the concept of roles team, there are different types of roles. Okay, different types of roles available team. Something like we have job roles, we have data roles. Okay, then we have abstract roles, then we have duty roles or aggregate privileges. Okay, aggregate privileges. Like that, we have different types of roles available team. And when we going for an implementation team, as part of our client requirement, we should also able to work on customizing of the roles also team, because we will not touch the Oracle delivered standard rules team in any implementation project. We will use them, we will copy and we will create the custom rules and we will give some data restrictions team. Because in real time, whenever you are working team, coming to the security, client will come up with many requirements team. My client will tell with an example, I will tell you in a 2 minutes time. See team, my client have two companies team. Let's suppose Tata Automobiles Private Limited, okay, TCS India Private Limited. Let's suppose two companies our client having, everything will be implemented in the same application team. Because when a customer or a client buy the license from Oracle, it doesn't mean that for every company of them, they will give separate URL, separate application. No, everything will be maintained in the same application team. So let's say two companies are there to our client team. Here, Mr. Parvez is the HR person, let's suppose, okay, HR admin. Here, let's say team, anyone you take team, let's say Mr. Ajay is the HR admin team. Take this scenario team. So Mr. Parvez is working in Tata Automobiles Private Limited as HR admin. Mr. Ajay is working in TCS India Private Limited as HR admin. For all of them, let's say these roles were assigned team. Okay. For all of them, for both of them, let's say these roles are assigned team because they have to perform all the HR related activities, everything team. For both the employees, these roles were assigned team, let's say. Okay. Now, when Parvez log in into the system, okay, when he log in into the system with his credentials team, let's say as a HR, if you want to access any employee's data, because HR people will perform any transactions to the employees team. So in Fusion application team, under my client groups area, this is the HR self-service basically. You will come to know once we complete core HR module. Once HR come to my client group, and let's say there is something called person management team, where they can able to access employees data in the system. Now I logged in and I'm searching with a name as Kumar, and I will give you a search. Okay. Now what happened team, when I searched with a name Kumar, I could able to see in this application, whoever the employees with the name consisting of Kumar, everyone's data I could able to see. I could able to see people working in Mumbai location, Hyderabad location, Chicago, Bangalore, Kuala Lumpur, or Edinburgh, Redwood City. All employees' data this Verma could able to access now. But in real time, will it be permissible by the client? No. Why? When Parvez login, Parvez is HR for Tata Automobiles. This person should able to see only the employees' data of Tata Automobiles only. He should not able to see the employees data of TCS. Same goes with Ajay also. When Ajay log into the system, trying to search for employees team, Ajay should able to see only the employees data related to his company, not Tata Automobiles team. So example, I'm taking this one, but many cases we will be coming across where the data restrictions we have to perform. So within the role management team, we have to deep dive into customization of roles, creating the custom roles, adding the data restriction, functionality restrictions, many things we have in scope. I am going to take up this topic separately, team, once we complete our functional module training, because everyone should be familiar with all the screens. Once you are familiar with in core HR what we are doing, in absence what we are doing, in payroll what we are doing, what functionalities are there in this, if you people are familiar with, then it will be easy for me to explain how to customize the rules, what functionalities we can restrict, what data to restrict. So ideally for every batch team, once I complete the functional module training, again I will take security classes for 2 to 3 hours, where we will discuss complete role customization part. Now, our main emphasis should be on user account part only. In the initial time of implementation, as we are entering to the project, how to create the user accounts for our team or for the employees, how it will be created, how the concept of roles working in the system, I want everyone should be on that page. I hope everyone understood by this time how to create user account in the system and how the concept of roles are working team. And where we can access all these roles, Kumar, click on done. When you come to security console, the very first option here we have roles, right? So here you can able to search team, all roles, and you can filter with the types. I told you, right, team, right? Different types are there, job roles, duty roles, okay, abstract roles, privileges, these things, see, job role, data role, abstract roles. You could able to access everything. Let's say I want to search with human resource manager. See here. So the Oracle delivered all roles you can able to access. Click on that. The role information you can see team. The role information you can see team here. Okay, see the role information you could able to see. So every role you could able to access, but these all things we will take in the role management session. Before closing today's topic, team, just give me 5 more minutes. Sorry to bother you. I will just want to cover some more aspects in the user account team. So now I created user account, Mr. TrioTech Varma. Okay. So as an admin, if you want to perform any updations to the user account, what you can perform, team? So if you come to users team, in the user accounts, you can able to search. You can search if you know his name, username directly. If you know his email, you can pass email and you can search with email team. I know his email. I'm searching with email. Even that is also fine. The user account will result team. You can search with last name, first name. You can keep filter whatever you know about that user and pass that data and search team. That result will come here. Then if you click on that, you are entering to user account details tab. So as I told you from here, if you click on edit button, you could able to do any sort of corrections if you want to do. Okay. Then any add roles, let's say any role that you want to delete, you can delete from here team. Okay, delete. Then if you want to bulk delete all roles at short, remove all roles. If you click on team, all roles will be deleted at one time, but I don't want that. Let me go back. Okay, that is remove all roles. Then Kumar, what is this auto provision roles? Some of you might be getting a question by this time. What is this functionality and what is this assignable auto provision? See, within the concept of roles team, how the user accounts automatically generating in the system, I told you team. Okay, coming to the roles also team, if user account system creating for the employees, what about roles team? The roles also should be auto assigned, right? In case of employees, I'm talking about team. I'm hiring an employee today. So I told you, whenever hiring, system itself will create the user account. User account creation is sufficient. No, right? We have to add the roles to that employee, no? So again, HR will go to security console, search the user account, edit that, manually add the roles. It will take a lot of time, manual intervention. that should be also automated, right? So within the concept of roles also team, Oracle given us a concept called auto provisioning of roles, where we can set up the conditions or we can set up the rules for each of the role. Means if employee hiring in this company, in this department, in this operational unit, in this position, in this location, then this role is eligible to that employee, like that team. So whenever hiring happening team, when system automatically generating the user account, all the rules also according to his eligibility will auto provision team. So there is a concept automatically mapping the roles to the employee also. That all we will talking in role management class team. So just that functionality is about that one. So when we reach out to auto provision, you will understand team. Then let's say team, if you want to reset the password, employee came back and telling Kumar, I forgot my password. We as a HR team have to reset the password of that person, right? Okay. So here you can click on team, click on reset password. And if automatically generate, if I click on reset team, to the concerned person email, system will give the password reset link team, where employee can able to reset the password manually by himself. If you go with manually change password team, as a HR, I can manually change the password of the employee, new password, confirm password, and I can click on reset password. And I can share that over the email or through chat, whatever the way I can do that one. So as a HR admin, if you want to reset the password for the user account, then you have reset password option team. Now here one more thing, Kumar. When you are resetting the password, we are observing some error came and some message came. What is this? Password must be at least 8 characters long, must contain one numeric character. What is this? Why? Who given this password policy in the system? We have to adhere with this one. My client is telling, Kumar, I want at least 10 characters as a password for my employees. Out of that, 4 uppercase, 2 lowercase, at least 2 numbers, 2 special characters should be there. Can I able to customize that thing? Yes, everything you can do. There is something called user category team. See, when we creating the user account, there is something called a user category coming. Default is there. At the category level, we can define team. What is the username format system should follow? What is the password policy, password expiration, password notifications, everything you can able to set out team. So on Monday, I will talk about that one team. But here, what I'm trying to tell as a HR admin, if you want to perform any sort of updations or any sort of transactional things to the user account, come to users, search the user account, edit, and you can perform team. Then here we have status team, active, logged. From here also we can perform team. Actions button, couple of things as a HR admin you can perform from here also. There is something called lock account. What is this locking account? What will happen team? Or when basically user accounts will lock team? See, if a user tries wrongly 3 times, that is a maximum limit Oracle given. We can't customize that in the SaaS applications team. Maximum 3 times, if employee given wrong password and trying to log in, automatically account will lock. Automatically account will lock. When account is locked, the credentials will not work. Let's say team, my organization decided that this Verma have to be suspended for next 1 week. Some reason, some miscellaneous things happened, something organization decided to suspend. So for 1 week, I want to hold his access also for the application portal team. Then I can manually come and I can log the account. Log. Basically, automatically when it will log, if person wrongly tried the password for 3 times or manually HR want to log the account, he can able to log. Now see team, when the account locked, I will try to log in with same credentials team. Let's take it out what happens here. See, it automatically signed out when it got locked. Now let's say I am trying to log in with same person credentials team, TrioTech.Verma, and I am giving the same password. See the observation what happens now. What it is telling, authentication failed. It's not allowing me to log in team when the account is locked. That's what happens team. Now as an admin, if you want to unlock the account again, go to actions, unlock the account. Now you unlocked the account. Now the account become live. Now try to log in team, the same credentials, TrioTech.Verma. Then I'm giving the password. Then let me sign in. Now see, I could able to log in. No issue with my credentials team, right? That is about HR admin can manually locking and unlocking the account. From here also team, you can reset the password team. Resetting, you can go to the employee detail. From here you can perform, or from here also you can perform resetting the password. Let's say team, you have wrongly created the account. You want to delete the account permanently team. Then you have delete option. The account itself will be cleared off from the system permanently. Then compare users. As an admin, you want to compare two employees team. First employee Verma, and I want to compare this person with some other user team. In the system, if any other employee is there, search for that person. So I'm searching with Curtis Fiati, already employee existing in this, and you can click on compare. So whatever the roles both the people have, within that, what are the functional privileges that both of them have? You can able to compare here. You can able to export also. See, these all are inherited roles in the main roles that both of them having. Means the functionalities in the front end. For these functionalities, Verma having access. Curtis Fiati is not having access. For some of them, Curtis is having access, but this person Verma is not having access. So if you want to compare two people, you can able to do from here team. Then this is the latest feature came in the system, copy user. In very recent releases only it came team. What is this copy user? Now I created one account team, Verma, and these all roles I have assigned. I want to create one more person, the account to that. I want to create one more person account team. Almost the same roles of Mr. Verma I want to assign. Rather than going to add account, create with these details and manually adding one by one that 7 to 10 roles team, simply you can copy one user roles to another user team. How? Come to the user from whom you want to copy the roles. Go to action. Go to copy user team. Now see, you came to add user account button. All the roles from Verma copied here. See, so my manual work has been reduced. Manually, rather adding the roles, all the roles of Verma copied. Just I will give first name, last name, passwords, and I will save and close. So in a quicker way, if you want to create the user account, you can copy the roles of one user to another user team. So these are the basic functionalities that a HR admin can perform to any user account team. Coming to the status, when the status is active only, the account also will be workable team. If you change the status to inactive, the account again will be coming as authentication failed. When the status will become inactive team, when the employee submit the resignation in the system.